I'm currently in quarantine because I've been on a 2 week vacation to Cancun, Mexico. It was a much needed vacation. Currently, with the pandemic, everyone's been locked indoors for a long time, so the attractiveness of 2 weeks in Mexico was highly appealing. Currently, I'm a business consultant in the medical product area, so a lot of my work as a consultant has been at home anyhow. So trying to get that balance is relatively easy for me because I've done it for a long time. But one of the drawbacks of self-isolation is you can't even go out for the groceries. You have to get them delivered, and you have to get them delivered to your front door, and to the point that they're not only delivered to your front door, they're deposited at your front door, and you actually have to wait till the person who delivered it leaves, wear a mask, and bring them in. So it feels somewhat that you're perhaps infected even when you're not. First week was relatively easy actually, and it sort of progressed quicker than I thought it would. I think that's perhaps because that when you come back from a 2 week vacation, you have 2 weeks of TV programs that you normally watch banked on the PVR. So you've got a lot of content that you can actually view for that first week. And obviously, being away on holiday, you've not viewed lots of things on Netflix and the TV that you normally would watch. So you've got this wealth of content that can actually help to keep you distracted for that first week. And that's perhaps one of the reasons that it passes so quickly. Second week was a little bit tougher, and as you can see from the fuzz on my face, even shaving became a bit of a chore. Because you're working from home, because you're isolated, because you're not seeing anyone, you take less, I suppose, less care of your appearance, and you get this COVID fuzz, if you want to call it COVID fuzz. The second week was a little bit more difficult because your PVR's run out. Your content on Netflix has become less selective in the sense that you've viewed most of it in the first week. And obviously, being back to that work life balance, you've obviously got more relative to work and trying to balance more articulately the tasks of work and life. One of the other drawbacks of being self isolated is that your cleaner can't come, for example. So you then have to do your own cleaning, which is a little bit of the punishment for self isolation. Having been on holiday and nice and relaxed, you come back and your life balance becomes a little bit more imbalanced because you've got to do tasks that other people would normally do for you. People do think that the government is on top of you. All I would say, in relative to the isolation I had, you have a small application that you can use that you're supposed to report in every day and report your signs and symptoms of COVID. That was about the most laborious part of it. I received one pre-recorded call from the government to remind me at the end of the first week that you've completed 1 week and you've got 1 week to go. I do know of friends that were on the same holiday that when they came back, they found that they had one, two, three calls a day from the government. I received no calls from the government as a follow-up. I've not came across any signs, symptoms, or whatever of COVID from my self-isolation. I've been completely healthy for the 2 weeks. Now it's getting close to the end of my quarantine. I'm most certainly looking forward to um, being released, having the freedom. And as I say, it's not so much the restriction of movement. It's a bit like when you're a child, when your parents tell you that you can't do something, you want to do it. It's the same thing where in this case the government's your parent telling you you can't go out, you can't do this. That part I'm looking to be released from. Will it mean that I rush out tomorrow and I run around to every single patio and run around to every single bar or go and see friends? Probably not. It just means that you have that restriction removed from you that's placed on you by others.